Home construction in June jumped to its highest level since October of 2008, and confidence among home builders this month touched its best level in more than 5 years. But the good times just couldn't last. Today, new home sales dropped 8.4% from May. That is a 5-month low. So what does all this back and forth really mean? Here with me is Greg Rand, OwnAmerica.com CEO. He's going to crunch the numbers with us. Greg, sort it out because I'm getting seasick from the back and forth in the housing numbers.
Okay, well, new home sales, remember what we're measuring here. These are new construction, probably built over the last 6 to 9 months that have just sold. And we're not really measuring the overall housing market then, because that's only about 6% of all the houses that are actually for sale right now. So you're going to see a roller coaster ride when it comes to new home sales, largely tied to supply being tight. And that's kind of an indicator of developers, builders who have a literally 1-year threshold. They want to see that home sales a year from now are going to be strong if they're going to start breaking ground to build a house today. So you can get fooled a lot by watching the ups and downs of new home sales and try to extrapolate an overall trend from that.
Well, one of the positive numbers that we got earlier this week was new construction, housing starts, like you said. I mean, that was a positive number. So that means, like you were saying, a year from now, we're going to have some positive numbers? Or?
Yeah, it's, I always see it as being like 7 to 9 months. So if you see a good month of starts now, 7 to 9 months, you'll see an increase in home sales, new home sales, that is. The interesting thing is the fact that builders are a unique kind of investor, right? They buy the land, they do the improvements on the land, build the house and sell it. They are a business-to-business player. They're not looking to move into the thing. So whenever you see starts going up, that's builders having confidence in something good down the road within a year to 18 months. And then overall investors, buy and hold investors, those are the ones who are really active right now, and they have a 5 or 9 year threshold. And so they have a confidence in an overall recovery, which we all do. The question is when it begins, and we're sort of finding our way there now, I think.
Well, the folks from Zillow, track home prices, and they say they felt like we put in a bottom. Do you agree with that?
Well, those guys have a way of wanting to measure like yesterday compared to today, okay? It's almost like looking at intraday trading on a stock and trying to see a trend. I mean, for example, yesterday or the day before, a stat came out that Phoenix was up 12%.
Right.
But we know that supply is tight in Phoenix because foreclosures have been logjammed because of government interference. Now, if you know that the supply is tight, you know the 12% increase in prices is probably artificial. So you have to stand way back. If you stand way back, what you see is demand increasing. Okay, so stand way back, because Greg, I am more confused than when we started this segment 2 minutes ago. So stand way back and tell me, is it getting better or is it getting worse? We are finding the bottom, okay, which means that you're seeing buyer demand percolate, okay? Home sales this year are going to be higher than the last 2 years, without a doubt. I see that from the field right now. So you're seeing demand begin to put some upward pressure on prices. You're going to have the shadow inventory causing problems in the near term. You're going to see a lot of, the economy is not recovering yet, and the housing market doesn't recover until the economy recovers. Having said that, if the prices come down far enough, and they pretty much have, give or take a point here or there, you're seeing demand begin to catch up. And again, the most critical element of demand right now are folks who are betting their money on this, not moving to the houses, but acquiring them to rent them out, and they're acting feverishly, which gives you an indication that there's a big segment of the investing public who sees a recovery at hand, and that's contagious.
Okay.
So, short answer to a long question is we're finding the bottom now into next year. It's boring, it takes time, but we're going to see a period of stability when the market begins to bottom out for years until there's an overall recovery.
I like that answer, so I'm going to end it right there because I understood that last part and I liked it. So let's just leave it there. Thanks for coming on, Greg.
Thank you.